Hey everyone, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. On this video tutorial, we're going to be doing the first of, I'm sure, many Valentine's Day or love themed craft projects. And this turned out way cuter than I even thought it would. So I'm super excited. You guys know me. I tend to be more of a kind of black and white, gray and white, cream and black, gray and black, super neutral person. But we're going to be using this awesome red, this really fun Waverly fabric from Walmart, and one of these little wood thingamabobs in a couple different shapes from Dollar Tree, some wood beads, and some Proverbs 31 stencils to make some little Garland sit-abouts, and they are super cute. So I'm really excited. As you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm just gonna put a link down here real quick in case you wanna look at the chalk paste or the Proverbs 31 stencil, and let's jump right in. Okay, so I am pretty sure I showed you this before Christmas. It was on my Christmas tree. I had several things like this, including some that were made with crosses, but they all had these long beaded garlands with some sort of a little tassel. And this one happens to say joy, and it has that awesome snowflake on it. Okay, so we're doing something similar but different for Valentine's Day. And if you have any of those 2 or 3 tiered trays that you're wanting to dress up, these would be perfect for that. It'd be perfect to just lay over the top of like a dough bowl that's filled with various things. It would just be cute sitting on top of a stack of books. In fact, I know I have one out in my family room right now that's sitting on a stack of books. Really super cute. Okay, so let's just hop right in. All right, I picked up pretty much every time I go to Dollar Tree, I grab these thick wood cutouts. They come in this shape. You can get a circle. You can get, I think, a square shape. And I think sometimes you can find the hearts. And then they also have crosses. Okay, so we're going to be doing this rectangle scallopy shape and then this circle. Okay, so before I came live, I hopped over to my local Walmart and I grabbed this stack of these 4 different fabrics that are this bright red. They were $5. They're called a Waverly Bundle, and Poppy is the name of it. This is what the label looks like. I'll get pictures of all of this and put it in the comments. And we're going to be making our tassel out of that. And then we're stenciling our wood piece. So let's hop right in and do that. And then I'll show you the ones that I've already done. We'll assemble it. And this is one of those crafts that's going to cost, you know, for the wood beads, which you can find those everywhere. If you want my information about the place that I purchased mine on Amazon, I'm glad to put that in the comments, but it's nothing special. You can buy them on Amazon, you can buy them in every craft store. So probably all in all, the ingredients for this project, not including the stencils that you can reuse a zillion other times, is probably under $3 a piece, which is my kind of craft. Okay, I'm just gonna take this little thing off. And the first thing I'm going to do whenever I'm working with unfinished wood or stained wood or painted wood that I'm going to be stenciling, the first thing I like to do is I like to just put a little bit of either a clear spray sealer, or do I have any paper towels in here? Yikes. Or a clear wax. And I'm just using what I have handy, which I have some of this Amy Howard at Home clear beeswax, and that's what we'll be using. I'm going to squirt it out on a paper towel and then just rub it on my little wood piece on both sides. It doesn't really change the color of your wood. What this stuff does, in case you haven't heard me tell you this a bazillion times, is it makes it so that the fibers of your wood sort of close down. So when you put a stencil on it and chalk or ink or even paint, it doesn't sink down into the pores of your wood and then spread all out. That's basically what it does. So you get a sharper, crisper look when you stencil on it. Okay, so I've just applied and buffed a little bit of wax on both sides of this. And then we're going to be using these cute stencils that are part of this Proverbs 31 set. This one says, she is clothed with strength and dignity, Proverbs 31:25. This one says, she is far more precious than jewels, Proverbs 31:10. This one says, the teaching of kindness is on her tongue, Proverbs 31:26. And then this one says, her children rise up and call her blessed. And I've already used this one, so we'll hold off on that because I'll show you that in just a minute. And let's see. Let's use this one. She is clothed with strength and dignity. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it off of the little backing, which I have labeled. And I'm going to fuzz it a couple times on my little green fuzzing towel. Looks like I'm turning. I'll just scooch this way so we don't have a problem. So I've just fuzzed that a couple of times, and then I'm going to just lay it on top of my little piece of wood and see how I can possibly fit this on. And I think I want to scooch it up as far as possible because this has such a pretty little red, a little flower on it. We're going to be using red chalk paste. So that's what that looks like. And here you can see, I've basically just stuck it on there. We're using this red chalk paste from Magnolia. And I did pin a link at the bottom of the page if you want to look. There's many different colors of red. This one in particular is called Old Glory Red, but you can choose whatever appeals to you, okay? And I'm just gonna take a little dip with my squeegee, put my glasses on so I can see, and I'm gonna basically push the chalk paste through the holes on my stencil. And this is such a cute design. You're gonna see how darling it is to use it on a shape that doesn't even match. It's crazy. So I've got it all on, and now I'm just gonna pull off the really thick parts. Put that back in my little jar. And this stuff lasts forever, in case you're wondering. I mean, not forever, but it doesn't take much at all. So that's what that looks like. And I'm just gonna pull it off. It's super cute. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that cute? This blonde wood combined with this red chalk paste. And what I really love is the flower at the bottom. I think this is perfect for I mean, if you didn't do it in red, you wouldn't perceive that it was a Valentine's Day theme. But these stencils, these Proverbs 31 stencils, can be used for any different occasion. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside and let it dry. And I'll show you the ones that I've already done. Hey, and let me show you before I go too much further. These were the projects from yesterday. I finished them up off camera. Family. These were the ones that I made with leftovers. And I don't know if you remember, but I was saying that I wanted to add something to the center of this cross. And so I just covered it with white chalk paste, and then I rubbed the excess off, and it stayed in the deep parts, and I think that looks pretty cute. Family. And then this was the other one that says prayer is the key to heaven, but faith unlocks the door. And I told you that I was thinking about adding some vintage mother of pearl buttons to the center of that cross, and I did, and it turned out pretty darn cute, I think. So this was the inside of one of those stretch canvases. It was something I had left over. This was some painter's drop cloth that had left over. The crosses were left over. So it was just something I put together with what I had on hand. Okay, so let's come back to this. And let me tell you what the plan is now. Okay, so this was the one that I made before we went live. It's two-sided, only because this stencil was big, and it says, "Her children rise up and call her blessed." And don't you love this little red flower that is off to the side right here? Let me hold it closer. Isn't that cute? Okay, so we're gonna take some of this twine stuff. It's called polished hemp that I love so much from Walmart. This is like the third or fourth spool of it that I've used up because I use it for almost everything. I'm gonna take this little pack of silica gel / poison and throw that away somewhere safe. And then let's find the start. Well, heck, where is the start of this? There we go. Okay, so the reason why I like this polished hemp is because it's a great kind of a cord that is smooth on the outside, and that makes it easy to use with beads. And I'm just gonna cut a good long piece. And what we're gonna do, and then I'll show you this other one that I have going, and we'll do it as well. We're folding our cord in half, and then we're just gonna poke the folded part through the little hole on the end of our, can you see what I've got going on here? And I'm gonna pull the tail through the end of it. And then we're gonna thread some beads on here. It's just a little bit shorter. And I have a whole variety of things that I've just pulled out. It really doesn't matter. We're gonna do small, big, small, big, small, big. And every time I use beads, people ask me, what are the sizes of these? Honestly, I have no idea. I'm so sorry. Hey, and I forgot to say any of my normal stuff. As you're hopping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions along the way. Feel free to sprinkle. If you have friends that like doing crafts, especially crafts that are quick, easy, super affordable, and often, almost, I wouldn't say every time, but a big percentage of the time, they either involve family or faith. And I like to repurpose things. Anyways, if you have friends that like those kind of crafts, feel free to tell them about the projects that we do here at DiyDreaming, and feel free to sprinkle this video or anything else to your social media. If you want to look at the Proverbs 31 stencil set, it's a set of 4 that come on one sheet, and you can do a ton of different things with them. If you want to look at that, I did put a link here at the bottom, or if you want to look at track paste or anything else. Okay, so I am just threading some beads going small, big, through 2 pieces of twine of this polished hemp. Okay, so can you see what I'm saying? And we're going to do a few more, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to end it with that fabric that we're going to tear. Oh my gosh, I love doing this. And you could do this very same project in using any kind of fabric that you might have on hand, or it could be denim or canvas or painter's drop cloth, or it could be ribbons. Seriously, I want you to just get the idea for the project and then take it and make it your own. Okay, so I'm gonna end right here, but I could go longer if I wanted. Well, you know what, maybe I'm gonna add a few more beads on here because the scale doesn't quite look right. Okay, one more small one and one more big one. Okay, that's better. So, this I think would be super cute, laying over the top of a stack of books, laying over the top of a dough bowl. I mean, there's lots of different things you could do. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie one knot at the end of this, all right? Then we're gonna take some of our fabric, which if you're just joining me, I'm using this stack of Waverly fat quarter bundles from Walmart. It was $5, or it was $4.95, and I got 5 different pieces of this red and white looking fabric. And all I did to get this started, I have a stack over here all ready to go, was I just took a snip about, let me grab my ruler so I can tell you, because somebody will ask me, how wide is that? It is about 3/4 of an inch wide. And if you just take a snip, then you can tear it. And I did this with a whole bunch of different strips of this. And then you're just gonna pull off your strings. And I love how these look messy, but if the fact that they kind of want to twist and turn bothers you, you can just use a hot iron to iron them out flat, and they'll still be super cute because they'll have this frayed edge. Okay, so before I came live, I had done that with a whole stack of them. And let me see how many this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's do this one, 8. Okay, and then I do want to kind of stack them up nice and straight so that when I tie them, the top will be relatively flat. You'll see what I mean in just a second. We're making a tassel out of all of this torn fabric. Okay, so there's 8 long strips. They're about 3/4 of an inch wide. And I tore them all, but you could cut them if you want to. And now I am just going to take my little end of this that has 2 pieces of jute. Okay, and I tied a knot underneath it, and I'm going to tie a knot on the top of it. And then we're going to fiddle around to get it going the right direction. And you can make your tassel be as long or as short as whatever appeals to you. Okay, we'll cut off one end of this in just a second. So now I'm just going to bring the piece of jute a little ways down. Where's the other one? Let me see one of them. And I'll fiddle around with this to get it to lay neat. But I'm bringing the piece of string down part of the way, and then I'm going to wrap it like a tassel does, this part right here. Wrap that around a couple times, and then I'll take the other piece of jute string Where is it? We'll go the other way. Okay, and then we're going to tie those two in a knot if I can find it. You can buy this kind of stuff at a lot of like gift shop kind of places for $15, $20, or you could just make it yourself for almost nothing. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Let me neaten that up just a little bit. Around it. I'm just talking to myself. Just ignore me. And I'll put a little dab of hot glue on here when I'm all done. But let's cut the and I'll tuck these little ends in, but look how cute that is for almost nothing. It needs to be fluffed up a little bit off camera when I can concentrate. Okay, let's do another. And you could choose to do all of your strings, all of your pieces of your fabric be all the same. This is another one that I made off camera. This one says, she is far more precious than jewels. Isn't that cute? Do you guys like this project so far? Let's see what you're saying. Dana says it's so adorable. Thank you, Dana, I appreciate it. I make it look easy. Oh my gosh, this is so easy. And these little things are $1 from your local Dollar Tree. So it's not an expensive project to do in the first place. Okay, so let's get some more twine. And I'm gonna put it in half. Poke that through the center. I waxed this one also before I stenciled on it, and it was just using a different one of the Proverbs 31 stencils. Okay, and then we would just start. Let's do all big beads because they go on quicker. And I don't have to concentrate as much. So if you like the idea of this project, which way am I going here? But the bright color of the red doesn't appeal to you, you can do this exact same idea and just use a fabric or even ribbons that are in your preferred color style, and you can do the exact same thing and just make it, you know, in your colors. Okay, so there we go with all fat beads. And I'm going to tie a knot here. Okay, and the other thing that we can do, I'm going to show you with this one, is we can just take a bunch of our leftover little strips that are decently long. That little crying is my dog Mia. She's at the door saying, "Mom, I want in." Okay, so the other one we made a tassel. This one we're just gonna tie a little like bundle onto the end of our ribbon. I'm just trying to think about how to do that. I think I just want to lay this down, lay my ribbon on the top of it, and you know what? I could add a few more beads on the end of it and that would be super cute. I need like 3 hands or 4 hands to be able to do this. Okay, and it might be fun to just do a couple of smaller beads and divide our 2 little bits. I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. This is pretty cute. So I did, if you're joining us late, we're making these cute little sit-about things that have a Proverbs 31 stencil in red chalk paste on them. The little wood pieces themselves came from the Dollar Tree. They almost always have them at my store. And all I did was I waxed it and then I stenciled it. Look how cute this is. Let me come around. And so it's this piece right here, and then it's just all together, the twine, and then I tied the fabric around it, and then I put 2 different lines of the littler beads. This one has 5 and that one has 7. So what do you guys think? These were our 2 projects. Where did I put the other one? And this one. And the inspiration was this one that I just took off my Christmas tree. I'm starting to take some of the Christmas tree stuff down. So anyways, I hope you liked this simple idea. All in all, each one of these is probably way less than $3 to make. And that doesn't include the stencils and the chalk paste, but those are reusable many, many, many times for lots of different projects. And the chalk paste that we used was a red color, and this stuff goes a long, long, long ways. So if you decide to do this project or anything similar, I would love to see what you make. I haven't mentioned this in a little while just because I keep forgetting, but I actually have a craft group that I set up for all of us. It's called Dreamy DIY, and if you just type Dreamy space DIY into your search bar here at Facebook, then it'll take you there. You can ask, it'll ask you a couple of questions. If you just answer, we'll say yes, come join us, and then you'll be able to look through the tons and tons and tons of amazing craft projects that you guys are doing. It's a place for you to get more ideas beyond just what I share here, and I'm sure you follow other crafters too, but it's just a wealth of craft ideas, and it's also a place for you to share pictures of the projects that you do. Okay, and one last thing. Every day I have people saying, I'm not getting your videos anymore. Are you even doing crafts? I'm like, yes, I am. I'm still doing lots of crafts. But the issue is that Facebook doesn't, I don't know. They don't know who wants to see this. So the best analogy that I've come up with so far is, imagine that you're at this breakfast place and this waitress or waiter comes out with a big platter full of pancakes. Well, my projects are those pancakes. And if you put your hand up and say, yes, I would like some pancakes, or you like them by doing a thumb or a heart, or you say something, then Facebook will know that you want pancakes. And the next time I'm live doing projects, making pancakes or crafts, most likely crafts, because I'm not a big pancake cooker, they'll serve you my content. So if you want to see what I'm doing tomorrow, the next day, the day after, the day after, the day after, the day after, then let Facebook know that you want some pancakes by doing a little thumb, the little heart, or saying something. It doesn't even have to be a real comment. You could say abracadabra or gobbledygook or anything. If you do want specific information about anything, let me know that in the comments too. So thanks for watching. I'll get pictures of all of this. I'll put it in the comments here, and I'll also put it on the DIY Dreaming Facebook page, and I will see you guys tomorrow for more fun, easy, super affordable, mostly faith and family focused crafts. All right, see ya. Thanks for watching.